So we had a comment on one of our ad posts over the summer that led us to talk about the varying lineups of the Dire Straits band. Hi, I'm Dave and I play lead guitar and lead vocals for DS UK in tribute to Dire Straits in the UK. Please consider dropping by our Facebook page and giving us a follow, and if you're a fan in the UK, please consider coming to meet us at one of our shows. Now, normally, when you think of a band, it's usually the same members, maybe with a couple of changes over time as members leave over creative differences, or maybe they might even die in random bathroom or garden-related mishaps. But Dire Straits is a very, very, very different beast. Dire Straits was really always just a vehicle for Mark Knopfler's songs, and nothing much more than that. The band was a revolving door of players, and there are some very distinct eras of the band, so let's go through them all. Starting with 1978 with the album Dire Straits and Communique. The first lineup of the band is probably the most consistent, led by lead guitarist, lead vocalist and songwriter Mark Knopfler. His brother David played rhythm guitar, John Illsley on bass and Pick Withers playing the drums. Early Dire Straits is as raw and as energetic as it gets. A great sounding, incredibly tight four-piece band flying in the face of punk with a beautifully played, beautifully recorded, beautifully produced album where Pick's beautifully played drums sound clear and punchy, the bass is defined and warm, balanced beautifully against Pick's drums and David's guitar, and Knopfler's guitar masterfully balancing between rhythm and lead guitar playing, and his wonderful lead guitar licks defining just how beautiful a Stratocaster should sound. The first album was recorded at Basing Studios in Notting Hill over February and March of 1978 at a cost of £12,500. The album was produced by Muff Winwood and engineered by Rhett Davies. Sultans of Swing, incidentally, was track number 6 on that album. The follow-up album, Communique, was recorded at the end of 1978 over a period of weeks at the end of November and beginning of December. The lineup stayed the same: Mark, David, John, Pick, with one of the producers, Barry Beckett, adding some piano to the record. The album was recorded at Compass Point Studios in Nassau, in the Bahamas by Jack Nuber, and then mixed at Muscle Shoals by Greg Ham. The production on this album was led by Jerry Wexler and Barry Beckett. Now, at this point in the band's career, they were obviously thinking just like a band, a collective unit. Knopfler, although we know him as a solo artist today, was obviously not thinking about being an artist in his own right at this point in his career, and probably naturally so. He and the rest of the band were thinking like a band. But this, I think, was soon going to change. Because Communique would be the last album that David appeared on, but it's not the last that he started. Join us in the next video where we look at 1980 and making movies.